Baillargeon, and I'm the program coordinator here at the Ottawa branch. I'd like to begin by recognizing that the Ottawa branch is located on the unceded territory of the Algonquin Anishinaabe Nation. We extend our respect to all First Nations, Inuit, and Métis people for their valuable past, present, and future contributions to this land and to our country. So on behalf of the Ottawa branch, I'm pleased to welcome you to today's session with AIM Fitness titled Find Your Calm, a relaxing mat workout for retirees. I want to give a warm welcome to our presenter today, Michelle Bourdeau, who's the head trainer at AIM Fitness. In today's session, Michelle will guide us through a full body mat workout, which is perfect to help ease the tension in your body and help relax your body and mind. I want to give a special welcome here to anyone who is not yet a member of the association. We hope that these webinars will inspire you to join us. And to our existing members, we hope that these webinars encourage you to maintain your membership with us. I also want to mention that closed captions are available in both French and English. So to access this feature, click on the closed captions button at the bottom of your screen. And to translate to French, you can click on the little arrow next to the closed captions button and select the translate option. Finally, if you have any questions for Michelle, please type them in the Q&A box throughout the presentation, and she'll be able to answer them at the end. So that's all for me, and I'll pass it over to Michelle. Thanks, everyone.
Good morning, everybody. I hope you're doing well and getting ready for the holiday season. Today, we are just going to do a little bit of work on the floor. So hopefully you have a mat or carpet. You'll also need some variable weights or whatever weights you have at home, and a resistant band, so a mini band, a round looped band. You can also have a long band too, that will work, but it'll be easier with a looped band. And also don't forget your water. All right, so we're gonna start by just backing up a little bit and just start by opening up our legs. Then we're gonna drop our chin down to our chest. Good. Taking nice deep breaths. Good. We're gonna look up as far as you're comfortable. Good. Take the time and the opportunity to enjoy that nice deep breath. We're going to drop our chin back down to our chest. Make sure your shoulders stay down. Nice deep breath from your belly. Try not to just breathe from your chest, but breathe deep from your belly. One more time, looking up. Good, bringing it back to the center. We're gonna go look over our shoulder on one side. Again, making sure everything stays forward facing. The only thing turning is that neck. Good, back to the center and over to the other side. If you use your eyes to look over your shoulder, your head will turn a little bit further. Good, bringing it back to center. We're gonna bring it back over to the other side, but we're gonna do it a little bit differently this time. We're gonna bring our chin to our armpit. Then we're gonna bring our ear to our shoulder. Then we're gonna place that hand on our head and lightly apply pressure. And feel that stretch a little bit more in the neck. So when we do this, we tend to bring our shoulder up to our ear, like I said, to do that. But now I want you to drop your shoulder down. Perfect. Nice big belly breaths. Good. We're going to release that hand. We're going to slowly bring that neck up. And then we're going to go to the other side. So chin to armpit, ear to shoulder, hand on head, and apply a little pressure. When you're in that position, drop that shoulder. Good. Take some nice deep breaths. You can choose to close your eyes or keep them open, whichever you prefer. Good. We're going to take that hand off our head, bring it back up slowly. From here, we're going to drop our chin and we're just going to roll from shoulder to shoulder. Good. Dropping it down and rolling it. Only doing the front at this moment. Good. When you come to one shoulder, you're going to go to the back, lift your chin up, and you're just going to go ear to shoulder, ear to shoulder. Nice and gently. If this does not feel good or you've been told not to do backward rolls, then don't. Just take a moment and breathe. Good. One more time. And bring it back around. Good. Let's roll our shoulders. Releasing the tension from our neck, now going into the shoulders. Big circles. Good. Getting a little bit bigger. Perfect. Let's go the other way. You might find one way a little bit easier. Going backwards tends to be a little bit more, you feel a little bit more in the back, squeezing those shoulders. Good. Excellent. We're going to bring our hands now onto our hips. And we're just going to do nice circles. So pushing forward, you're going to tuck your bum forward, pushing and getting into the hip flexors. You're going to circle, straighten your legs, getting into the hamstrings, and then back around. Good. Push and circle. You can go as deep as you want. You can go nice and low and come back around. Nice and low and come back around. Good. Always listening to your body and doing what feels good. Never deny yourself if it feels good. Good. Excellent. Now we're going to go the other direction. Same thing. Good. Round. You might notice one side is easier than the other. You might notice your hamstrings are tighter than your hip flexors. Working it out. Beautiful. All right, we're going to go nice and wide now. I want you to go down, hip hinging from your hips, placing your hands on the floor. You might need to move some things out of the way. Go nice and wide, hands on the floor. You're going to bend one knee, straightening out the other leg, and just walk your hands to that foot. Good. You can go around the knee, really feeling that inner stretch. Good. Walking it back. Same thing, bend the other side and walk to the other leg. Good. Perfect. From here, you're going to walk your hands back to the center. You're going to open up your legs a little bit more and try to get your forearms down on the floor. And I just want you to lift your heels up and come back down. So you're going to rock yourself forward and back, up and down, up and down. Good. Perfect. We'll do one more. Excellent. We're going to put our hands back down on the floor, walk our feet back in. We're going to bring our hands to our knees, and we're going to roll our ankles and our knees at the same time. All right, let's go the other way. Excellent. Let's come all the way up. And now we're going to go down onto the floor. So grab your spot on the floor. I have my weights, but we're not going to use them quite yet. I'm just going to move them out of the way. So hopefully you got down onto the floor in a nice, safe and soft manner. All I want you to do is stretch your feet out or your legs out, straighten them out, and just bounce them a little bit. Working through the hips, nice and tall through the back. Core is nice and supported. Good. If you find that this position is a little bit tough for you, you can put your hands behind you and just lean back. Good. We're going to point our toes and then flex. Point your toes and flex. Good. Nice and easy. Perfect. Wiggle it out one more time. Make it a little bit more aggressive, but not too bad, too much. Just a little bit. All right. We're going to flip over onto our stomach and we're going to go into push-ups. So for the push-ups, you can do them either kneeling, you can do them on your toes, however you feel most comfortable. I'm going to do mine on my knees. We're going to do 20, but we're going to do 10, then take a little break, and then we'll do another 10. So when we want to get into our position, we want to start in a 4 quadruped stance. Your shoulders and your hands are right under each other. Then from here, walk your legs back until you're in a nice plank position. You want to drop your bum and your hips down. Try not to keep them up. So drop them down. You can go as wide as you're comfortable. And we're just going to bring our body down to the floor and push up. We're going to do it nice and easy, 10 at a time. Okay, here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. We're going to come back into a nice quadruped and we're going to do a nice cat-cow. So we're going to go up, round your back, tuck your chin into your chest. Use your hands, push against the floor. Good. And now drop your hips back, arching your back and looking forward. Good. Nice deep breath. We're going to do it again. Arch. Rounding your back, tucking that chin, pushing against your hands. Good. And then dropping down. Looking forward. Perfect. All right. We're going to get back into our position for our push-ups in the plank. Get those feet up, hips down, and we're going to do another 10. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Coming back up. We're going to go and drop our bum down to our heels and go into child's pose. Tuck your head in, stretch your arms far in front of you. And just relax. You can drop your hands down or your arms down to the floor. Just take a nice relaxing breath. Good. Good. Coming back up. What we're going to do this time is we're going to take one shoulder, one arm, and we're going to drop it through. We're going to thread the needle, and we're going to drop that shoulder to the floor and stretch. Feeling that through our back, keeping your both knees on the floor. Your other arm is bent so that it allows you to go down to the floor. Good, and you're going to come on up. Excellent. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. You're going to thread the needle. You're going to come down. And just enjoy that stretch through the back and your shoulders. Nice deep breath. Good, and then come back up. We're going to go back into our cat-cow, so round. Good, and drop. Look forward. One more time. Round. Good, and drop. Looking forward. Excellent. From here, we're going to go on to our back. We're going to go into a bridge. So we're just going to nice and gently fall back, laying back on our backs. Your feet are going to come as close to your bum as they can. Okay, we're just going to keep it here. Shoulders are on the floor. Your hands can go wherever they want, whatever they want to do. All we're going to work on is pulling from the core, lifting our bum up off the floor and pressing with our feet into the floor. Coming up nice and high, going down. Good. Up and down. Good. This is 3, 4, 5. Good. Keep it going. 6, 7, 8. Try to squeeze your bum and push it as high up as you can. 10. We have 10 more to go. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Last 5. 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Come on down. From here, I want you to do just a nice, easy pelvic roll or rock. So what you're going to do is you're going to push your lower back into the floor and rock and arch your back. So pelvic push and up. So you're going to get to the point where you can put your arm through because it's nice and arched, and then you're going to press, 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 press into the floor. Good. Arch and press. Arch and press. Good. Just keep that going. This is a good exercise that you could do in your bed in the morning before you even get out of bed. Just wake up your spine a little bit. You've been sleeping and we don't know how we sleep, what positions we get into. So this is just a good way to kind of realign your spine. All right, we're going to do one more. Press into the floor. Good. Now relax. Just go into where your body holds itself naturally. From here, we're going to go back up into a bridge. We're going to hold it here. You can leave your elbows on the floor to kind of give you that stability because we're going to stay up. What we're going to do is we're going to bring our knees in together and then open out. Okay, we're going to do 30 of these. You can also hold your hips if you find that that's helpful. Okay, so we're just going to go 1, open, 2, 3, 4. Try not to let that bum fall down. 5, 6, keep it up. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. 13, 14, 15. Halfway there. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it down. And let's go back into that pelvic rock. Arch and press. Arch and press. Good. Nice deep breath. Excellent. All right, from here, I want you to stay on your back and I want you to grab, if you have heavier weights, your heavier weight. I'm gonna grab one in each hand. We're gonna keep our feet flat on the floor and we're gonna keep those elbows flat. From here, all we're gonna do is press our arms straight up and come right back down. So you can do 2 different ways. You can keep your arms here and press up like that, or you can go wide and press up like that, okay? We're gonna do 2 sets, okay? So we're gonna do 20, but we'll do 10 at a time. Here we go. Straight up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember your core is nice and tight and your back is pressed into the floor. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. You can bring it down. If you find that it's hard on your wrists, you can rotate your wrists, wiggle your fingers. Good. Go the other way. Perfect. One more wiggle. Excellent. And we'll do another set. So picking those weights up again, finding that comfortable position, pressing that back into the floor. Core is tight. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Bring it back down. Let's come up. We're going to roll those shoulders a little bit. You have water by you. Have a little sip of water. I'm going to get into a little bit more weight stuff. All right. So now we're going to go into working into the triceps in the back of our arms. So we're going to go back into the same position we were just in. You're going to lay flat. You have options. If you find that you're not really connecting with your core, you're having a hard time feeling that core, you can lift your legs up. Not a problem. If you find that when you lift your legs up, your back arches and you're forsaking that lower back press, then keep your feet flat on the floor and keep that lower back pressed into the floor. We're going to take both weights up over our head. The only thing we're going to do is bend at our elbows. So these are called skull crushers. They're called that for a reason, so be careful. Okay, if you find that your two heavier weights are too much, just take one weight and hold it on either end, and you're just gonna bend from the elbow. Okay, so just bending back. Okay, so you have options. Pick one that suits you best. We're gonna do 20. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's take a little break. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But for some of us that might not be used to lifting weights, it might be a lot for your wrists and your fingers. If you have arthritis, carpal tunnel, just give it a little shakedown. So you should be feeling that in your triceps, right in the back of your arms. All right, we're gonna do one more set. Okay, so remember, lower back is pressed into the floor, core is engaged, arms go up and only bending from the elbows. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Come on down. We're going to bring it weights to the side. We're going to roll those shoulders. Hopefully you're feeling good. All right, we're going to take it now into the core and into our legs. We're going to do double leg raise. So what you're going to do is you're just going to come back down on your back. You're going to put your feet, spread them out. Sometimes we find it easier if you have weights to kind of hold you so that you don't lift your body up. You can do that if you want, or you can also put your hands just underneath, supporting your coccyx or your tailbone, so it's not crushing it into the floor. But what we want to do is when we do this, we want to make sure that we stay, again, lower back pressed into the floor and our shoulders on the floor. So what tends to happen is when we start doing things and our core is weak, we lift with our shoulders and our back. So we want to make sure we stay in a nice position where we're comfortable and we can do our leg lift. So we're just going to lift both legs up at the same time. So going up and coming down. 1, 2. Try not to touch the floor in between. 3. Good. 4, 5, 6, 7, and do what you can. Go where you're comfortable. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, almost there. 17, 18, 19, and 20. Bring those legs to the floor. Remove your hands. You can bring your feet back up, and let's just do that pelvic rock. Push into the floor and arch. Good. Feels great. All right. We're going to take one of those heavier weights and we're going to hold it up over our head. One weight, both hands on either side. We're going to extend one or both legs out. And now we're only going to lift one leg at a time. As we do that, we're going to bring that weight to the foot. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to go to 15, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Good. Wiggle it out. You can bring it down, stretch your back, and then we're going to go into the other side. Same thing, just the other side. 15. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Over halfway done. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Good. And 15. Bring it down. You should feel that in your core. You should be feeling it. All right, let's bring it up. Pelvic rock. Give that love back to your body. Good. Just arch and press. All right. You can sit up for 1 minute and just do a nice little twist. Good. And on the other side, twist. Perfect. We're going to move the bigger weights out of the way, and we're going to take our smaller weights. If you want to do it with your bigger weights, by all means, go for it. Just know that when we do anything with our weights that are further away from the center of our body, they feel heavier. So we're going to be doing a fly. So we're going to be going out and away from our body. Those weights that you might have been using that were heavier before might feel like a lot at this point. All right, so we're going to go back on our back. Make sure you have enough room beside you. We're going to lift those arms above our head, and all we're going to do is butterfly them out and then pull them back up, okay? So we're going to do 20. Remember, lower back is pressed into the floor, core is engaged. Again, if you want to do a little bit more, you can bring those legs up and going out. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Come on down. You can sit up. Good. Roll those shoulders. Excellent. All right, so now we're going to incorporate legs and arms. Lots of core work for this one. We're going to go back on our back. We're going to bring our legs and our hands, and they're going to touch hands to knees. What we're going to do is we're going to push one down, and lift the opposite over our head, bring it back together. Then switch to the other side and bring it back together. So we're working across our body, opposite leg to opposite arm. When you're doing this, I really want you to feel your core. Be conscious of your back, push it into the floor, and don't let your leg or your arm hit the floor, okay? We want to keep everything tight. We want to keep everything active. All right, so we're going to do 30 because that ends up being 15 per side. Okay, so if you're one of those people that has a hard time coordinating this one, it's a lot. It is difficult to remember how to do it. If you finally get it on one side and you're like, okay, I got it, you can stay 15 on one side and then switch and then do 15 on the other side. Okay, so that's not an issue. That's not a problem. Do what feels right and what you can manage, and make sure that your positioning is still intact, so that if changing opposite each time is too much, don't do it. That's okay. All right, I am going to change sides, but if you can't, that's fine. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, halfway there, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Good. From here, I want you to bring both knees into your chest, wrap your arms, and just roll from side to side. Good. This is another good one that you can do in the morning. While you're still in bed, just roll, bring your knees in. Let's let one down and see if we can get a little bit deeper. Good. And the other side. Perfect. Let's bring both knees in together, arms stretched out to the side, and let's drop both knees down to the floor. Perfect. Nice deep breath, picking it up and dropping it to the other side. Nice deep breath. Perfect. And just one more little hug and a rock. Perfect. We're going to roll up into a sitting position, and we're now going to go into bird dog, which is on our knees. Same kind of thing that we were just doing on our back. We're going to do opposite arm to leg, and we're just going to reach out. So lifting and holding nice and tight with the core and coming down. Switching and coming down. Really working on that core and stability and our balance, okay? So do what you can. We're going to do 20, so 10 per side. Again, if it's easier to do one side, do one, pull it in. Go out, pull it in, okay? Instead of switching from side to side. Here we go. Back is flat, and 1. Good. 2. Try to keep your head down in neutral position. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Good. Keep it nice and strong. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Good. Do a little cat-cow round and drop. And now go into child's pose. Stretch it out. Drop your bum to your heels. Outstretch your arms. Drop your head down. Good. Good. Let's go into a little bit of a pigeon pose. So you're going to bring one leg in front and outstretch the other one. And just sit nice and tall. Wherever you can. If your leg is down below, that's fine. Just do what you can. Good. You can always outstretch too here. Good. Coming back up. Let's switch the other side. So cross that leg in the front. Extend the other one. Good. And if you want to drop down, more than welcome to. Good. Back. All right. We're going to go back into our kneeling quadruped. And we're going to take our heavier weight. And we're going to drop that into our knee, underneath our knee at the back of the knee. Okay. So we're going to stay hands square. We're going to lift that leg up and do a nice big donkey kick, pressing that heel into the ceiling. So you want a nice big flat foot. Okay, so we're just going to lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to do 10 more. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Good. You're going to flop that weight over to the other side. Make sure it's nice and secure. Good. And again, we're going to do another 20. Just double check to make sure it doesn't fall out. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Come on down. Remove that weight safely. And again, just go into child's pose, stretch it out. Good. All right. We're going to keep that one heavier weight. If you choose to, you can always switch to another weight, whatever suits you best. And we're going to go into Russian twist. So this one, multiple options. You can keep your heels on the floor if you want to, or you can lift your feet up. You can do this with weight or without weight. If you find that it gets a little trickier with the weight, you can drop the weight. That's fine. No worries. All right. So we are going to do, what do we say? Let's do 25 2 times. I think we can manage that. All right. And if you can't, take a break, regain your composure, and then come back if you want to. If not, that's okay too. Do what you can. All right. So first option, you can keep your feet down. Second option, you can put your feet up. And all you're going to do is drop that weight from side to side, okay? So here we go, keeping that core tight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. Good, come on up. Not too bad. The most difficult part of it is trying to find that balance point on your bum. Once you get it and your core is tight and your back is tall, you're able to just keep going. And you have a little bit of momentum to help keeping you going. All right, we're going to do one more set, another 25. If you had your feet up and crossed, just make sure you uncross them and cross the other foot this time on top, just to make sure we balance everything out. All right, here we go. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Come on up. Good. You can drop that weight. Put your hands on your knees, cross one over to the opposite side and do a nice little twist. Good. And the other side, and a nice little twist. Perfect. All right, we're going to grab our mini band and we're going to put it around our ankles. Then we are going to stretch out nice and tall and straight. And we're just going to lift that upper leg, keeping the other one down and stretching that band. Feeling it in our inner, outer thighs and into our glutes, okay? So get comfortable. You can lay down if you choose to. That's fine. If you want to stay up, that's fine too. Make sure your core is nice and tight. Back is flat. And we're going to do 20 per side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Good. You feel that one? That's a good one. All right. We're going to roll onto the other side. Same thing. Nice and tall. All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Good. Wiggle it out. Good, good, good. All right, we're gonna slide it up over our knees. We're gonna go into a clam. So we're gonna go on our side again. We're gonna put one foot, that top foot, flat on the floor. And all we're gonna do is stretch, 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 opening up the hip and bringing it back down. Okay? So we'll do 20 on each side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Good. Let's flip to the other side. All right. Foot is flat. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Beautiful. Take that band off. And just wiggle out those legs. Grab a little sip of water. And then we're gonna go, the last one, into a plank. Nice and easy. We're gonna do a side plank. We're gonna hold it for 30 seconds. Then we're gonna do a center plank for 30 seconds, and then another side plank for 30 seconds. I will give you options, and I will make sure I do not hold you for longer than 30 seconds. All right, for the side plank, you have options. So you can go and we'll like right off the bat, we're going to go to the top one. You can hold it like that. Okay. Not for everyone. That's okay. The other one you can do is going on your forearm and lifting that top leg and holding it like here. Okay. So your hip is still off the floor, but your foot is holding you up. But you're still elongating. You can open up that arm if you want. You can hold your arm down, whatever you like. Then there's always extending that upper leg and then holding just from the knee and lifting up this way. So whichever way you find suits you best, okay? All right, only for 30 seconds. We can do this. There's also just lifting both legs up on your forearm too. Okay, so 30 seconds. Keep that core tight, keep that hip up off the floor, and go. Do what you can. Hold it. Breathe. Good, and come down. Excellent. So we'll go back on over to the other side. Same thing. Again, one side might be better than the other. So you might do one option on one side and change the option on the other side. It depends on what you want to do. All right. Ooh, I got some space. So here we go, 30 seconds on the other side. So getting up and just holding. Good, and come on down. Excellent. We don't have enough time to do the other one, but you can always do a center plank hold on your forearm, on your hands, on your knees, whichever you prefer. So let's just roll our shoulders from here. Nice deep breath. And the other way. Let's just outstretch both legs, bounce them a bit. Good. From here, extend one, bend the other, and just reach for your toes. You can go inside the foot, outside the foot. If you can't touch your toes, just go to your knee, whatever suits you best. Good. Slide it in and go to the other side. Same thing. Extend that arm, grab your toes or your foot, or the outside or the inside. Whatever suits you best. Good. Bring it up. Bring both feet together. Pull them into your body and just butterfly. Perfect. All right, we're going to cross one over the other. And we're just going to pull it in. So your hands are going to go through and around the leg that's bent on the outside and pull it in. Good. And then switch, cross the other leg and pull the other leg that's out. Good. And come back up. Roll yourself up. Perfect. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Always know that you can reach out to AIM Fitness on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook. We're happy to help you if you're interested in booking a chat. We can do that as well with you. Thank you so much for enjoying this morning with me. I appreciate your time, and I hope that you save this and you are able to do it again throughout the holidays.
Thanks, Michelle. We do have one question in the Q&A right now. Someone's asking, when is the best time to exercise? I don't know if there's an answer, but
Individual thing, yeah. So it's always good to do some morning exercises or stretches before you get out of bed, just to kind of get those cobwebs out of your muscles and your joints. But whenever you're feeling the most energetic, so most people say in the morning they're more energetic. As the afternoon goes on, if they haven't done their workout yet, it probably won't get done in the afternoon. But it all depends on the type of person you are and the personality you are. I like both. I like doing it in the morning and I like doing it in the evening. Just whenever you can. And remember that you don't have to do a full 45 minutes or hour or half hour, even if you just do a couple of exercises throughout the day to keep you moving and just lubricated. That's always a really good thing to do too.
perfect. Thank you. So I'll just have some closing words. So thank you everyone for your participation in today's webinar. I also want to thank Michelle for this wonderful webinars and all the wonderful webinars she's done with us this year. So thank you very much, Michelle. It's been great working with you and doing these webinars every month. And to everyone here, please look out for a follow-up email that will contain the recording for today's session if you'd like to go over it at your own pace at some other time. You'll receive the follow-up email later today. And again, that'll contain the recording, as well as some information on AIM Fitness. And remember that you can invite non-members, excuse me, to attend our webinars and try us out as a guest. And we have some webinars coming up in January in the new year. So if you'd like to see all our upcoming webinars, please visit our Ottawa branch website at nafrottawa.com. So thank you, everyone, and we'll see you in the new year. Bye bye.